historical sites connected to the country's anti-apartheid struggle are now being included to UNESCO's World Heritage List. Now, these sites are said to be located across 4 provinces and 7 municipalities, as well as another in Johannesburg, which is viewed as a key icon during this struggle. Features of South Africa's former President Nelson Mandela is among the key prominent people that fought the country's freedom are being added to the heritage list. Here's more details of that in this report.
Nominated to UNESCO as Human Rights, Liberation, Struggle and Reconciliation, Nelson Mandela Legacy Sites, there are 14 altogether. These include the Union Buildings, the official seat of the South African government that also houses the offices of the president. Over the years, the Union Buildings have hosted many important events, such as the inauguration of South Africa's first democratically elected president in 1994, Nelson Mandela. A 9-meter-high bronze statue of Nelson Mandela has stood at the foot of the buildings ever since it was unveiled a day after his funeral in Qunu in 2013. The sites are scattered across 4 provinces and 7 municipalities. Another one is Liliesleaf in Johannesburg, a huge icon of the struggle. This was a secret home and meeting place for political activists in the early 1960s. In 1963, the police raided the farm and captured 10 leaders. A year later, at the infamous Rivonia trial, they received life sentences for sabotage. Today, Liliesleaf is home to exhibitions that tell the story of the journey to democracy in South Africa.
It's a top recognition for UNESCO to do that. But for us, it's for South Africa. As I said earlier, it is for human rights. It is for social justice. It is for recognition of what democracy stood up for. It was for our own national self-determination, so that we take the affairs of our nation in our own hands. It is significant, therefore, for the UN, UNESCO in this case, to give us recognition of what happened here.
It's one of the more popular sites for tourists who wish to learn about apartheid and the struggle to end it.
This tells the story of the resistance movement, which was the most important part which led to the freedom of this country. And this is why I like coming to this venue, because it tells that story and the people involved in that story.
Most people who come here wants to find out where Nelson Mandela was in hiding, where did they have all those secret meetings, what kind of life was he living while he was here?
Well, I'm American, and I'm very interested in the history of civil rights in the United States. And I think as a global movement of civil rights, this is so important. And it's been very interesting to hear the differences of the experience here and the experience of the United States. It's eye-opening. It's been terrific.
Other South African sites that have been recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites include the Constitutional Hill, which houses the country's apex court, Sharpeville Heritage Precinct, and Walter's